Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. It's night 15 of the 31 Days of Horror. What I got for you today is a movie I actually watched last night, which is kind of interesting, and that it wasn't actually supposed to be out last night, but I caught an early showing, and that is Halloween Kills. I'm not going to bother going into any synopsis or whatever. It's a sequel to 2018 Halloween, and we all know the story. One thing I am going to touch on, I noticed this when I was at the theater, actually. I heard people going, like complaining about it while, like when the movie was over, they were complaining about the ending and stuff. And I don't get it. This movie has nothing wrong with it. The ending, it's the middle part of a trilogy. You know, it's not a standalone movie. So, you know what? It has to end in a certain way. There's no going around it. And honestly, I think the way it ended was pretty perfect because essentially, I'm not going to go into all spoilers, but it shows what a genuine threat Michael Myers is. I mean, we've always, been it's been hinted at before. We've seen some of the damage he can do. You watch that ending, you know the damage he can do, and you're like, oh shit. The I unless you if for some reason you can't guess, I actually really like this movie. My original score for it was like 8.5 out of 10, but honestly, on thinking back on it, I'm pushing it up to a 9. Because everything that had it at 8.5 is stuff that will more than likely be addressed in the next movie. You know, it's like I realize it's the middle chapter, so as a result, I have to review it as such. You know, you can't review, like, you can't really review The Empire Strikes Back as a standalone movie. Because A New Hope was before it and Return of the Jedi was after. It's right in the middle. If you try to, it's like, it just doesn't really work. It's part of like a literal trilogy, not just 3 interconnected movies, one long narrative. So all in all, acting was great, like usual. The music was phenomenal, of course. You have John Carpenter and his son and someone else doing it. Good stuff. The kills in this movie were brutal as fuck. Seriously. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but there's a death from, like, another inmate. I'll just say that. And it is brutal. Now, I mean, like, genuinely brutal. Like, people in the crowd were like, oh. And I mean, this was a crowd that was, people were talking, people were laughing at scenes, people were reacting, but everyone was like, oh, like that one, that might have been a bit much, but great effects. The mask looks phenomenal. The way that they made it of how Michael survived the fire at the end of part 1 was so simple, but so it just worked. I know a lot of people were thinking, it's like, oh, like, how's he going to survive this fire? Like, it's literally set up in the 2018 movie. And I really dug it. And it's not battered over the head. It's just when you first see him come back, you're like, oh, that's how he did it. And also, I have to bring this up. There's, like, a whole section of the events from 1978. So you have, like, a literally clean mask. You have, it it's set that same night. It shows essentially how he got arrested. It's damn cool. My only gripe with it, and this is, it's not a spoiler. I'll just say it. They essentially have like a CG Loomis. I don't know if it's just like, face swapping technology or whatever, but it doesn't seem right, and the whoever they got to do the voice just doesn't sound right. Um, Luckily, it's so small of a role and so insignificant a part of the movie that I can get over it. But all in all, this is a really solid second chapter in a trilogy. Um, I'm more hyped than ever for Halloween Ends. I I don't know how they're gonna do it, because honestly, you had stuff happen to Michael in this movie that would have killed anybody. So it's gonna be kind of neat to see how they're eventually gonna, if they're eventually gonna properly take him out. Um, all in all, like I said, 9 out of 10. Great movie. Don't listen to the haters. I've been seeing it online. People oh, this movie is horrible, blah, blah, blah. It's not. Um, it's a damn good movie. If you're a Halloween fan, you will enjoy it. I'm going to say this also. If you dig the Rob Zombie Halloweens, you're going to enjoy it as well, simply because, of that level of brutality. And it's just awesome. I'm just leave it at that. So yeah, that's my review. 9 out of 10. Definitely see it. Definitely see it in the theater. Support the theater going experience. And yeah, just have fun with it, because this movie's a blast. That's it for now. See you next time.